Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new Zero to Hero video. Today we are playing the Arcane Weaver. I actually tried something and it didn't work, but it actually gave us 44 levels on our Arcane Weaver. So if we go to Titan Hunt, we ended up losing. I wanted to see if I could take a level 1 character and actually beat Titan Hunt. I couldn't even beat the first Titan. It just didn't work for me. However, it's not impossible. I just think it's very difficult at a level 1 with no skill tree on that character. So now we've got a skill tree on the character. We're going to try it again. Weapon Expert, Sure-Footed, Dash Master, and Synergetic. The only reason I say skill tree is our Ascensions are very, very powerful tools on your characters. So we're going to use them to our advantage. So as long as your character's above level 21, you should be able to have an ascension for them, and then you should be able to use them for Titan Hunt and going from there. So with the Arcane Weaver, we're going to be focusing on Brittle with Arcane Explosion doing the most amount of damage, and we can actually run Arcane Orb here as well. We've got Arcane Beam. We've got ourselves the Magic Missile, which is really, really good. And what we're going to do is as soon as we get shattered on hit, Flamethrower will be fantastic to add into this as well. So the two beams and then Flamethrower are going to be really good at applying that. We could also grab a Slow, which will give us Slow to Brittle from the other bosses, but it really depends on how it goes, because some of the bosses are really difficult and some of them are really easy. And Brokenth and Aranak are really easy, especially when you first start the Titan Hunt, and then you get other ones that are really, really difficult. But yeah, so we leveled up a little bit. We should be a little bit stronger now. I can actually see that I'm stronger. And now we're going to get increased damage, movement speed, and multicast from our Ascension. And that multicast is going to become very, very important for our damage as well as survival later on in this, and also with our speed. So let's see what happens. I mean, it took us nearly 20 minutes just to get to the first Titan. And that was really, really not embarrassing, but I think that's really bad personally. But I mean, we at a Zero to Hero stage. Oh, excuse me. So being at that stage of the game, it makes sense for it to take a really long time. So the first thing we want to work on is going to be max health and armor. We want our armor to be in a positive, so we grab that. And then we can grab... see, even grabbing arcane power might be worth it. So we'll grab it in the beginning. I do think it has its merits, and I think it can be very, very strong. So as soon as we get this, you're going to see just the difference it's going to make. Also, we struggled so much to get multicast, and now we actually ended up getting more of it. So it's crazy. I don't know. All of a sudden the game's like, yep, we'll give you exactly what you want. We can grab this, and the only reason I'll grab it is so that we get slow. And then again, like I mentioned, if things go well, we'll grab slow to Brittle, and that's going to help with the Arcane Explosion. But otherwise, there isn't really a reason to grab that. There's no real explanation behind it. It's just so that we can get slow further on down the line to assist us with our Brittle stacks. You can take any slow skill you want. It's just there. Even Ice Bolt would be really good. Cast frequency. Yep, let's go grab that. Buffs early game are actually not that great because of their long ass cooldowns. But it is what it is. We've got to just keep going and pushing and seeing how well we can do. Oh, we're going to get hit there. It's fine. There is a laugh right here, which we did hit. Thank you. So we get the one slow. That's perfect. That means we can now remove the glacial as a skill. We might even benefit from taking things like burn on hit, just for the additional damage. Okay, we activated our Ascension. We should see some significant improvements in damage already, which we do. I don't want to get hit there. Let's see what skills we can grab now. So there's Light Beam, that's beautiful, and even more multicast on the Arcane Missile. Good.
Progress demands persistence.
I do need some magnetics, because that will definitely help us with leveling up. And the more levels we can get, the more damage we're going to do. Magic Missile, beautiful. Nice fragility, gain a potency on the arcane power, which increases our multicast even further. Even grabbing duration on the buffs is a good thing to do when you're early level. Later levels, it doesn't really matter too much. Let's just do some... we don't even have reroll mastery, so we'll keep our rerolls for later, because we might need them for the Titans. But I feel like I'm far stronger than what I was before. Increasing area of effect. We do have our ascension up again. This is an easy objective to do when you start off, just because you need to run away from them. I need to dodge there. We need to dodge again. Just be careful of these purple things. They are one-shots, so you can lose immediately if you're not careful. But it is easy XP. You don't have to defeat anything. So when you start your Titan hunts, it's a very, very good objective to do, because you're not defeating monsters to try and get stronger, or whatever the case may be. And then we grab that. Damage is good. Beautiful damage increase over there for our arcane power. And this is far stronger than what it was. This is definitely like 100 times stronger than what I was before. And the only thing that changed is we have a couple of points in our skill tree. Our weapon is level 1. We've got our ascension now, and we've got a couple of levels in our skill tree that help us out here. There was a rune I could have added to this, which I probably should have, but we never. The most important rune is going to be on the Legionnaire, so we'll probably do a run on the Legionnaire and Titan Hunt to level them up as well. But if you need to level up characters, the quickest way will be Titan Hunt. You don't even need to finish it. You can literally do like 2 Titans, and that should be more than enough levels to get you to where you need to start farming. So even on Legionnaire, even if we don't complete the run, I want to try and get as many levels on it as possible. It's the same with the Arcane Weaver. Of course, we wanted to unlock the characters as well, so that does play a role in it, but we'll see. Now, I think we're actually going to skip this. We do have the Light Beam and the Arcane Beam to apply what we need to apply. Damage is there. Get ourselves the life. That's beautiful. We're going to skip active skills now and start just grabbing everything. I think we're in a much better spot. Okay, this one's dangerous, but we should be fine. We just need to make sure that we focus on these enemies and that we're able to dodge their attacks and not walk into them, but we seem to be okay. All of the monsters around them are stopping us more than the actual enemies that we need to defeat are, if that makes sense. Okay, can we do this? Yes, we can. So they down, that's beautiful. This one should be defeated very soon. Yeah, there we go. One more over here down. And that leaves us with one more down over here. It is using its one ability, that's fine. And there we go. Oh, okay, so can we defeat this guy? Because if we can, that will be insanely strong for us. Okay, wait. Get the slow stack, get the magnetic, banish Leviathan, increase the amount of mana you gain is fine. Cast frequency is good as well. I don't want to lose a life over here, but things are not looking promising. Okay, we weren't able to do it. We just got really surrounded over there. It's really unfortunate. It is what it is. Before we fight this, I want to go grab the life up here, because as you can see, our life is very low. Could do this again, but we have so many enemies right now, it's going to be very dangerous to do it. I think even a boss fight right now is quite dangerous. We might have to spend a bit of time just leveling right now. Because as you can see, we get stuck. Area of effect is going to be very good.
Legends spoke of.
If I focus in one direction, we actually deal quite a lot of damage. I think we do even more damage when we get our buff up. So like right now, our arcane power buff is up. So we got a big multicast boost. And that allows us to do far more damage. Give us the cast frequencies and a magnetic. And let's go see, maybe this 3 fight over here isn't a boss fight. So that will be easier. And there is a treasure chest over here as well, which will be great for us. And I was right, so it isn't a boss fight. So that's going to be a lot easier for us right now. Don't want to get stuck on anything like we were. Nothing has been defeated yet, but we did open up the crystal. So a juicy amount of XP there for us. Increase the potency even further. So we're actually gaining a whack ton of multicast right now, and that's coming in handy. Also the damage itself, just that 20% increased damage. And it's multiplicative, not increased, so that's more damage is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, 118% multicast chance during arcane power is very big for us right now. So I'm actually happy we took it. And then if we have arcane power and our ascension up at the same time, it's even more multicast chance. But what do we need to defeat? There's only one more enemy around here somewhere that we need to get rid of. There we go.
Step by step, the hunt takes shape.
And now we've got a decent amount of levels over here. So let's go cast frequency. Increase the frequency at which crystals appear is going to be very strong for us. Multicast for all of our arcane skills is beautiful. Area of effect for those. Area of effect is important for arcane explosion. Area of effect for arcane power isn't necessary unless we were playing with minions. But because we're not, it's not that important. So let's try a boss fight here. We should be fine. I think we do enough damage to not have to worry about them. So yeah, I can see our damage is relatively good. Yes, we're going to be good. Shouldn't take us too long to beat them. We did have our ascension up though, which obviously increases our damage, but we do get arcane power up now as well, so yep, there's one down already. Three down. One more to go. We have 6 levels. Let's just use them quickly. So grabbing cost. Actually, it won't even help. Damage is going to be more important. Over here, we can grab ourselves the area of effect. A beautiful area there. More potency. Increase the amount we get there. And some movement speed is going to be very good for us as well. But there we go. It's working out very, very well for us. It's taken us a little bit of time, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's taken us like 5 minutes longer than usually would. By now we would have defeated the first Titan. But remember, we are at a low level with no skill tree upgrades. So this is what a typical Titan hunt would look like if you're brand new to the game. Right, we have our ascension up. That's going to be good for damage. Try and get in there with your arcane explosion, but obviously the more area of effect you have on it, the more it's going to do. Because you're going to be able to hit more enemies with it. We haven't been working on crit, which is bad. We do need critical strike chance as well. And you're also probably thinking to yourself, well, why did I take synergetic? Synergetics are very good for the Titan passives. So you'll see it comes in handy very, very soon. I think we have to defeat this guy. we've only got one more enemy to defeat. So it's one of these guys with the yellow hue around them. And there we go. We only got an additional 1 level, which is not good. But we do get the damage increase here, which is 40% to both magic missile as well as arcane missile. So that's going to help us. Damage increases to things like arcane missile that apply brittle. It's going to increase the damage of the brittle that you apply as well. So it does become very strong. And then we'll see if we can do this. Look, if we can't win, then it's definitely going to be a second video tomorrow with a definite build that can do this. But I know a build that can... Oh no, this damage is pretty good. Oops. So we can try pick up crystals while we're fighting the boss. I mean, we have to move around anyway, so it makes sense. I don't really see much of what's happening around us, so we have to just be careful. We need one more crystal for our ascension. Oh no, we did. We picked it up. So you can actually see a big difference in damage as soon as you get your ascension as well. And we managed to do it. That's going to give us a lot of levels, so do remember that as well. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the creature. We do get the shattered, so 25% chance of wonderful. And now we're going to go do Aranak. No, Misahet will give us exposed. It will also give us they give us brittle, but they're going to be so difficult. Okay, we have to do Aranak. We're gonna jump between the two that are really easy to defeat first. We'll see how easy this is. If our damage has increased that much just because of the shattered, then we can go and fight someone like the kobolds, but they are very, very difficult to deal with. And if we don't want to really deal with them just yet. I mean, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot by doing that, but they are very powerful. Like, it's no joke. All right, we got some spiders to deal with now. We got our ascension up, that's good. Gained some levels now, that's why we took a little bit of magnetic, just to give us more and more levels. Because as soon as you finish these, your level reset happens. So you gain basic XP as if you're like level 1, which is going to be very, very powerful. We're gonna grab, what do we need? I think Relentless will be good. We need more lethality. Grab this. That guy's melting. That's good. There was another one over here that we can deal with quickly. Also, the more cast frequency and multicast we get, the more Radiance procs we're going to have. And Radiance has a really good base damage. So if we're able to control that, we're able to deal a lot more damage to everything around us. Where are more of these dudes? There we go. We're slowly but surely getting a lot stronger, to the point where this is going to become a little bit easier. Let's just go for damage. Cast frequency on that is beautiful to get. Cast frequency on the beams is going to be really good. Damage increase on everything is very helpful. It's not on everything, but it definitely helps. Once the beam skills get their cast frequency to a certain stage, you don't need any more cast frequency on them, but then grabbing multicast chance and increases to damage are become far more powerful on them. So they've got a duration to them. Once your cast frequency out does the duration, then they're up permanently, and then it doesn't really matter how much cast frequency you have. It's not going to change how they function then multicast becomes more important with area of effect for them. So just something to think about when you're playing with them. Okay, reduce the amount of mana consumed with our Ascension. That's very, very strong as well. So grabbing, that's going to be very helpful. And then, of course, the more you've spent in the Ascensions, you know, in your skill tree, and the more levels you have on your characters, the easier this all becomes. So the more you play the game, the easier it does become over and over and over again. So like if you watch my normal videos with my maxed out account, you'll see like if I had to play this on that compared to this, it's actually the difference between the two is massive. Okay, we picked up our Ascension. So now as long as we've got crystals that we can click on... Wait, you need to be defeated this time. There's no way you survive. Alright, we finally got him. That's perfect for us. Okay, cast frequency on this. We're on 13 seconds, more multicast, life, area of effects good, and more cast frequency. Alright, this is looking good. I'm feeling much stronger now.
A gift? No, an invitation to fight.
Let's just defeat these guys because they deal damage over time. I do want to stay in this circle though, so that we can gain the XP from this chest.
Momentum is power. Keep moving.
Okay, so like there we got 4 levels, which is fantastic. I'm gonna lock the magnetic. We get damage. Ooh, double damage for the arcane explosion. That is amazing. Okay, that's very good. We still need... So we'll go to the one over here. This one should be quite simple. That's only 4 tentacles. I think we can defeat them. There we go. One's already down. There we go.
Progress demands persistence.
Awesome.
Bloody persistence.
And then we can do this 2 over here, and we've got the boss fight ready for us. Great. I don't know what's in store for us. I actually want some more crits, but I don't think we're going to grab it. Okay, one down. And you can see the difference it makes as soon as we get our Ascension, which can't show you anyway because we didn't get it there, but potency, area of effect, multicast, beautiful, and then the lethality. If we can get ourselves to 70 critical strike chance, I think it's going to be a massive increase. But this Titan's a lot easier to do. We'll go do Brokenth again. Again, if we can't beat it this round, it's definitely going to be like a next time our Arcane Weaver will be far stronger. So, you know, it will be like an attempt number 2. So even if we fail, I will show it this time because we did do 1,000 times better. And this is definitely worth the watch to see, like, you know, being able to dodge skills and things like that make a massive difference. And that Titan Hunt is possible with a low-level character.
Through the door.
we managed to defeat them. I'd have no idea what... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. That's actually perfect. We can get movement speed and critical strike chance. Okay, that actually worked out. Haha. So that gave us the crit that we were looking for. So that's actually beautiful. 83% critical strike chance now.
A gift? No.
And now we have a decent amount of magnetic as well. So we should get around 30 levels for free over here. So luckily we were able to beat that guy. Look at the beautiful magnetic. It's so good. So maybe 25 levels. But that's still really, really good. Alright, 24 levels. Perfect. I mean, that's a lot more levels than what we would have had from previous times. So try and get that down. Grab ourselves some defenses, area of effect. Life is going to be good. More cast frequency is it below it. It's on the right amount. But if we can get it even lower, that would be great. Damage on there. Another slow. More movement. More life. Grab the crits. 95% crit. Beautiful. That's the end of that. We no longer need more cast frequency on that skill. So we can banish that. Multicast, some armor. So our stats are looking much better now. And we are in a much better position. So we can try to do things like the Mesa head fight now. And see what happens with it. Because that will give us slow to brittle. But I think it's safer for us to now fight. Just to actually get the clear. It's better for us to fight Broken. We can get the cast frequency and damage from him. I think we're at a position now where we can just rush to objectives. Because we should be a lot stronger now. Especially with the crit. With the multicast. With the cast frequency. We always got our arcane power up now. So that's a big bonus to multicast. Now if we see passives for our ascension, we can grab them as well to increase the amount of damage and multicast we're going to get by a further amount. So can actually show that to you. Oops. Try and not take free damage. So it was actually active. 243% multicast. So we just wait for it to go off. And our multicast is actually at 193. So we gain 50% multicast. Didn't feel like it was 50%, but it's a decent chunk. And the increased damage definitely helps. I mean, you can see already just the difference it makes. And we will get damage increase now. We'll get the cast frequency upgrade. We can grab the crystals to increase that. There's another crystal that dropped over here. It does show on the mini-map, which is nice. Our beams have a decent cast frequency now as well. Although I don't think they just need more. Just a little bit more cast frequency on them. And they'll be perfect. But yeah, defeating that little goblin definitely made it a bit easier for us. So you can see I'm just picking up increases to dropping crystals. Our ascension, it's definitely going to make things go a lot faster for us now. Try and do the best we can here.
Momentum is power. Keep moving.
Grab that. Grab this. We can fight this now. Cast frequency is very powerful. Potency, insanely powerful. And we can grab some damage upgrades over there. Base damage upgrades are going to increase the damage of radiance. So every so often you see like a laser beam being shot out. That is like a big Kamehameha more than a laser beam. That is the radiance buff proccing. So just so you know what it is. There, that. Alright, we've only got this last objective. Finally up to speed, you know, dealing a lot more damage. And this will unlock the shaman for us, and then we'll be able to use the shaman to get far more powerful as well.
Progress demands persistence.
Well, the shaman is very strong, so we'll be able to beat, you know, the game using the shaman as well. Multicast there, area of effect's good. We don't need the duration. Again, we under the cooldown. That's very good. We can go to 100% crit just to ensure that we do have the 100% crit. And our arcane beam should be permanent, but this light beam still needs a couple more cast frequencies to be permanent as well. But we're going to get the cast frequency now from Broken. We might even land up getting Shattered even more, just because I think it's very powerful, and because there's only a chance for it to occur. It just means we'd be stronger without necessarily worrying about it. So we'll see what the game gives us, but Gladiatorial Instinct, which is cast frequency as well as damage increase, is very strong. Especially when your skill tree isn't filled out like ours is. I mean, ours isn't filled out because it's a new save. Alright, there we go. Tighten it down. We can grab that. There it is. We lose a bit of movement speed, but again, it's really not that big of an issue. Getting that increased damage modifier when we have so few, and the increased cast frequency is massive. So I mean, we lost 6 seconds on that. And then we're going to go for Ironak for the last one. Again, it's just going to be much easier to beat these guys, and it's going to give us movement speed and more critical strike chance. Guys, the way crit chance works is a multicast. We've gone over this in previous videos. I even have a video which I'll drop down in the description if I remember. You can remind me in the comment section if I don't, but we're going to drop down a video that talks about how crit works, and in the game I've also got a video based on how multicast works and even skill chains. So quite a few interesting videos. You can always just go onto my channel and, you know, search the channel for a specific title, and you should be able to find some interesting information on that kind of information on the channel. Or you can just ask me if I've done a video on it before, and I'll always link it to you if need be, if you can't find it. Alright, this feels so good right now. We are much stronger. Potency upgrades are great. Grab a couple of magnetic upgrades now. We're in a very good position with magnetic as well, so we don't need any more. We can actually banish them. But it took us a little bit of time, but we're doing it. As you can see, we're getting there. Lots of crystals are falling, which is great, because we can get our ascension up very quickly. Grab the cast frequency there, increase multicast, and we're on a beautiful amount of multicast. We're on a beautiful amount of potency. I mean, 200% increased multicast on all the skills. The only thing we're missing is a lot of damage on the arcane explosion. So that's where our ascension as well as the upgrades to the passives via the Titan come in handy. Yeah, he's gonna get defeated quite quickly. We need to now do the fire dude, sorry, and then the plague bearer can go last. And there we go. Took a little bit of damage from the negative effects, but it's not the end of the world. I'm quite used to it. You might feel a bit overwhelmed if it's on you, but for me it's okay. Grab the block and armor, going to be powerful, life, and even more multicast with some damage on exposed. Damage over there. Oh, all these ones are terrible. I really dislike those that objective. I know I mentioned earlier it's very easy to do them and it's just an easy objective, but I think we've gotten to the point where we do so much damage that now we're at a position where it's fine to not have to do it. Also, area of effect on beam skills is fantastic to grab. We did mention this before. They were kind of like how a lollipop looks. So the bigger the head of the lollipop, that's how the AoE on a beam works.
A gift? No, an invitation to fight.
We've gone for this objective so we can get the XP here as well. Just stay clear of all these bosses' negative effects. And you'll be okay. Plague Bearer is going to be down first, which is good because he leaves all the poison everywhere. Incarnation of Fire being next would be great, because he chases us with a flamethrower. And then Prophetess and the other guy, well, the other guy went down quickly, but he wasn't really much of a threat there, so I wasn't too worried about him. Let's go down this way. Here's one over here. Increased damage. We don't need more crit. 100% was fine. Damage increases are good, and we're just going to increase damage on everything. We can increase frequency of our ascension as well. But just increasing the damage of absolutely everything now is going to be crucial to us. It's just going to help us clear this out faster.
Bloody persistence.
I keep thinking the crystals are objectives and they're not. Arcane to Holy. I mean, it doesn't really help because it's a skill chain. We took it anyway, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Would it be nice to have had poison? Potency is good here. Let's see, damage is good.
The Titan wakes. Let's greet it properly, shall we?
And I think we're going to be in a little bit of trouble with the corrupted Titan, but we'll see. We have our arcane power. We can actually move a bit back there, grab that crystal. We just need one more crystal. There it is. So now we get increased damage. And we are more than close enough to the spider to deal damage. Don't want to step in any poison. I have no idea how long that poison's going to stay there for. Just try and stay out of it. There's another poison patch. Boss is nearly down. We just need to be careful now because things are getting a little bit more dangerous here. Poison disappeared and we did it. So we're not going to be able to get much out of this boss, unfortunately, but it is what it is. More armor. We can, every time we crit, we gain haste. Haste is movement speed. We can't really reroll, so again, critical strike chance is going to be very strong here. So we grab that. We finally have the opportunity after half an hour of grueling gameplay to fight or teleport.
The Titan's blood is mine.
And like I mentioned, if we don't even make this, you're going to see just how many levels we get with Arcane Weaver. The only problem is we don't get a lot of resources doing this, although we might get a good amount of basic resources, huge amounts of prestige. So we'll be like level 120 even, or higher. Huge amounts of minor Soulstones. Major Soulstones are not the way to go for Titan Hunt. Overlord cycles are, and we'll see.
Balance must be restored. So begins the final battle.
I just feel like we never got enough damage upgrades for Arcane Explosion for it to be really powerful like it's supposed to be. So even Arcane damage upgrades, just the base skill, like Arcane skill typing,
Void fragment secured.
we haven't been receiving enough from it.
Will collapse.
But we'll see. We'll see if we have the damage to defeat whoever we go up against. It's going to be rough, but hopefully we can do it. I think now we just pump in the damage. Doesn't matter what skill it is. We see damage, we're going to take it. This is definitely one of those areas where we're suffering.
Void stirs. Fragments gathered.
Okay, potency works. We can grab block as well. Now the thing with block is, even if I have a 10% chance to block, that to me is a massive amount of block chance, because 10% is far better than 0%. I don't know how else to explain it to you. You get a 10% chance to block every single skill. So you get your block to as high as possible. It's a massive damage boost. Well, not damage boost, but survival boost, sorry. And being able to dodge 10% of attacks is actually really good, because there's going to be times where if you didn't block a certain attack, you're going to get defeated. And having that additional little bit of block can be the difference between winning or losing. So we got 35% chance to block. So that's every third attack we block. That's a lot of damage, and you can block everything in the game except for like poison puddles and things like that. So definitely worth investing into it. Okay, 2 down. This should be a 3 down. You can see, because we have so much block, I'm able to play a lot riskier, where I don't have to worry too much about whether or not we're going to get hit by a skill. Damage increases. We've got damage increases. This is trash. Let's go. We don't need more area of effect there, so I'm just going to banish it. I'm going to start banishing skills, so our last few upgrades are more meaningful. I should have been doing that a long time ago. Like, we could have actually banished crit chance, to be honest, because we got more than enough crit from other skills. Look, now we're finally getting damage for our skill. So a little bit of a oversight on my behalf, but it is what it is. The increase to the damage is definitely going to be very, very helpful. Finally got the final battle, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Are you ready? Because I certainly am not. That was our last reroll, so we couldn't take anything except for the cast frequency. 0.2 second arcane missile, 2.1 second arcane explosion. Let's see what happens and how well it works for us. Magic missile is going to do a lot of work as well here. And we're up against the spell blade. I don't believe I've ever fought the spell blade, so this is going to be quite difficult. We'll just have to see how it goes. Okay, so far, Arcane Overload, not too difficult to know what skills they're going to be using and to then deal with it. It just feels like it could be quite a long battle. Okay, we do get our Ascension up. You can actually feel the multicast difference, which is crazy. but our damage is very, very bad. Actually, it's not that it's bad. He's got quite a lot of life for where we are in the game. If I don't talk so much, it's because I'm concentrating. Because the more we fight, the more stacks we should be applying, right? And now he has arcane. Oh, okay, wait, I remember people talking about this. Where he uses the arcane rift. So we have to be careful with where we walk. Damage increase, beautiful. Damage increase and more area of effect. The area of effect is going to be very good for all of our skills, but the damage increases there should help us, hopefully. We are about halfway. We're getting ourselves into a little bit of a corner over here, which isn't clever. See, we don't want to corner ourselves with his arcane rift, so we need to be careful with our movements. Wasn't careful enough there. What is damaging us? Wait, what actually dealt damage to us there? Oh, wait, did he use this massive beam and I never even saw it the first time? Okay, wait, we're in a bit of trouble here. That was really, really unfortunate. I think he is one of the hardest ones to go up against. Obviously, like I mentioned, look at that amount of XP that we just got. So if we went and spent all of those points in the skill tree now, we will be able to defeat them next time. So let's just go to our skill tree. We'll add a couple of points in there and you'll be able to see. So first off, we actually got efficient extraction, which was one of the runes we play the Arcane Weaver for. Another thing we can go for is the XP gain over here, and then we can grab things like this. Wherever we get hit, we summon an astral explosion that does deal quite a lot of damage. Area of effect is going to be very good on our character, and we can just go and increase the effects of getting sacrificed. Sacrificed growth is also quite strong early on, and then we can go and grab things like this, so increase the damage of arcane skills that's applied to all of your characters. Magnetic is quite decent to grab. I mean, we've got 40 levels over here. Increase our health, increase critical strike chance. We finally get Divine Legacy as well, which is a really strong skill. And then also cast frequency for all of our characters over there. So we don't even need to spend every single point, but obviously grabbing points like these ones for your ascensions are very good. A very powerful ascension, and it definitely helps you out. And then grabbing all of the red ones are also going to, like, yeah, you recover up to 1 health point every time you level up. So that's going to help us as well. Increase multicast chance, that helps you, but we're out of skill points. So yeah, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Very unlucky that we never beat the final boss, but it is what it is. We will do it next video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time. Cheers.